Hi, and welcome to another edition of Kitchen Chemistry. I'm Julie, an educator with the New Mexico Museum of Space History. And this week I've seen a lot of posts about growing crystals. And I wondered if you grew crystals with just the few things that you have around the house, would they be just as good as if you bought a box kit of crystals at your craft store? Well, we're going to try that out today with our experiment. And you need just a few things that you have around your house. You're going to need sugar, salt, epsom salt. You're going to need some heavy plastic containers that can handle boiling water, a spoon, chenille stems, and you're going to need skewers or maybe some pins or even a knife, something that you can hold your crystal in the solution with. So go gather up all of those materials and join me right back here. First, we need to take the chenille stems and attach them to the skewers. This will be submerged into the solution so that the crystals have something to grow on. I decided to bend the stems and make shapes on the ends. Do you think the crystals will grow on these shapes? Next, we need to make a saturated solution with each of our solids. Take 2 cups of water and warm it up in the microwave for about 30 seconds. Be careful because the liquid will be hot. Then add the sugar to the water 2 tablespoons at a time. Stir until the sugar is dissolved. Keep adding sugar to the water until no more sugar will dissolve. This will take a while, so be patient. Now you have a saturated solution. Take the second container and follow the same steps, making a saturated solution of table salt. Take the third container and make a saturated solution of epsom salt. Don't forget to label your containers so you know which solution is which. Add your chenille stems to your solutions. Make sure that the skewers lay flat across the top of your containers. Set each container somewhere in your house where you can observe the experiment, but a place that will not be bumped or bothered. A shelf or a windowsill are good options. I wanted to see if the crystals I made from things at home grew as well as the crystal growing kit I purchased at my local craft store. I start by adding water to the jar. Then I add the purple powder to the jar of water and stir until everything has dissolved. The powder is a combination of ammonium dihydrogen phosphate and purple and green pigments. I was curious if the crystals were going to turn purple like this purple solution. What do you think? I then add the domed tablet to the bottom of the solution. The tablet is made of silicon dioxide, ammonium oxide, and ferric oxide. Let's see if these crystals grow better. Do you think they'll grow faster? Bigger? Now you have to wait for a few days to see if the crystals grow. Look at them every day and observe if the crystals are growing. After 8 days, this is what happened to my crystals. My sugar crystals did not make big crystals like I thought they would. I think I want to try this one again. I've heard that sugar crystals are hard to grow. The epsom salt crystals grew, but stuck to the bottom of the container, so I had to dig them out. The table salt crystals grew the best and the fastest. The crystal growing kit grew bigger crystals that were very light purple and green in color. They stuck to the bottom of the jar, so I could not get them out. Here are each of the crystals close up. See how each crystal is a different shape? Some are square, and some look like long cylinders. You could even do this experiment again, seeing if the crystals can grow in the cold of your refrigerator or under a heat lamp. A few years ago, astronauts even did this experiment to see if crystals grow in microgravity on the International Space Station. This experiment could grow on and on. So did your experiment turn out like mine? Which crystal grew the best? And how long did you have to wait for your crystals to grow? Well, thank you for joining me today for another edition of Kitchen Chemistry. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, as we're always adding new projects and new information. And as always, stay home, stay safe, and keep looking up.